Hello everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, Boy and the Slipper Under Suspicion. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don't and oppose. Like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. Good morning, vlog. If you're watching this, it means something very serious happened in our house today. One slipper is missing, and the main suspect is currently sitting 3 steps away from me, pretending to be asleep. Meet Boy, my dog, my shadow, my daily routine partner, and today, an innocent soul under unfair suspicion. Or so he claims. It all started like any normal morning. I woke up to soft sunlight sneaking through the curtains, the familiar sound of birds outside, and Boy's warm body pressed against my leg like he had paid rent. He stretched first, dramatically, as if he had a long day of meetings ahead. Then he yawned so wide I could see his tongue curl like a pink flower. I reached for my slippers. Left slipper? Check. Right slipper? Gone. I looked under the bed. Nothing. Behind the door? Nothing. Near the couch? Still nothing. Meanwhile, Boy was sitting very straight, very still, with his ears slightly tilted back. Not guilty behavior, you might think, but also extremely aware behavior. Boy, I said casually, like a detective pretending not to care. His tail wagged once. Just once. That was suspicious. I started filming because, honestly, moments like this are the real content of life. No filters, no scripts, just a human and a dog navigating a mystery together. Boy followed me from room to room, always staying just close enough to watch, but never too close. His eyes tracked my movements like a security camera. When I checked the living room, he suddenly became very interested in licking his paw. When I checked the kitchen, he sat down politely, as if to say, I am a good boy. Good boys do not steal slippers. But the slipper was still missing. I knelt down and looked at him eye to eye. Did you take it? I asked. Boy blinked slowly. Then he turned his head away. Ladies and gentlemen, the case had officially begun. At this point in the vlog, you can see Boy's emotional journey unfold in real time. His tail wagged, but not happily, more like nervously. His ears were half up, half down, stuck between confidence and concern. I decided to run a fair investigation. No yelling, no accusations, just observation. First stop, Boy's favorite corner near the window. That's where he usually hides his treasures, sticks, old toys, a sock he stole 3 months ago and never returned. I lifted the blanket. Nothing. Boy leaned forward to look too, as if he was also curious. Too curious. Next, I checked under the couch. Dust, crumbs, and the undeniable evidence of time passing, but no slipper. Boy lay down beside me, resting his chin on the floor, sighing deeply. It was the kind of sigh that said, why must life be so hard for a dog who just woke up? I started to feel bad. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I had misplaced it myself. Maybe I was projecting my human forgetfulness onto an innocent animal. So I sat on the floor next to him. Boy, I said softly, if you didn't do it, I'm sorry. He looked at me then. Really looked at me. His eyes were gentle, warm, full of trust. He leaned his head against my leg, and for a moment, the missing slipper didn't matter at all. That's when I noticed something. Boy's mouth smelled familiar. Like rubber. Like slipper. I stood up slowly. Boy stood up too. Too fast. We walked together toward the bedroom again, and this time, instead of searching randomly, I watched him. Every step he took was careful. Every movement calculated. When I turned left, he hesitated. When I turned right, he followed. Then he stopped, right in front of the laundry basket. I lifted the clothes, and there it was. The missing slipper. Slightly chewed, slightly wet, but very much found. Boy froze. His tail stopped wagging. His ears dropped completely. He sat down slowly, like gravity suddenly remembered him. I didn't yell. I didn't scold. I just laughed. Because the truth was simple. Boy didn't steal the slipper out of bad behavior. He took it because it smelled like me. Because it was familiar. Because dogs don't understand rules the way humans do. They understand connection. I picked up the slipper, then sat down again. Boy crawled closer and gently rested his head on my knee, as if apologizing in the only language he knew. This little moment with Boy and a suspicious slipper might seem small, even silly. But in our everyday lives, these are the moments that teach us the most. Boy didn't act out of disobedience. He acted out of love, comfort, and instinct. Animals don't measure their actions by right or wrong. They measure them by closeness, safety, and emotion. When we live with animals, we're not just sharing space. We're sharing feelings, habits, and quiet understandings. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get frustrated, to blame, to react quickly. But Boy reminds me that patience changes everything. When we pause, observe, and try to understand instead of accuse, we build trust, not only with animals, but with people too. From this story, we can learn to communicate with empathy, to guide instead of punish, and to remember that mistakes are often expressions of unmet needs. Whether it's a dog chewing a slipper or a person making a wrong choice, kindness opens more doors than anger ever will. Living with animals teaches us responsibility, compassion, and emotional awareness. They don't just need us, we grow because of them. And sometimes, all it takes to remember that is one missing slipper and a very honest pair of eyes looking up at you.